keeping well and that you are ready for another fun night here where we go live on Thursday evenings and we are going to be doing live viewer readings. So, welcome. My name is Sarah, and yes, I am a coffee drinking tea leaf reader. Very nice to meet you. And if you're joining me live, welcome. And if you're watching this in a replay, also welcome. What we do, we go live twice a week here on my channel. So we go live on Monday evenings at 8 p.m. Eastern, and that is a general weekly tea leaf reading where we just look at the tea leaves and see what is in store for the week ahead. And then again on Thursday evening, right now at 8 p.m. Eastern also, and this is when we do live viewer readings. So if you are watching this live, please feel free to hop into the chat and come and say hi. And if you're interested in having a quick 5-minute tea leaf reading, then you're most welcome. Come over and say hi. So what we do here on Thursday evenings is live viewer readings, like I just said, and that consists of 3 free 5-minute tea leaf readings. So 3 free 5-minute tea leaf readings. Typically, they really are like a taste test. So typically, what I do is when I have private, when I have a, what I do for private clients is what I'm trying to say. For private readings, when a client books a tea leaf reading, the shortest amount of time that I do offer clients. Oh, hang on, sorry, 1 second. I use my phone to stream and I use my laptop over here to the side. I am very short-sighted, so I use the laptop to be able to see the chat. So please just bear with me as I'm making myself sit up here. Nancy, well, hello, Nancy. Thanks so much for being here. That's amazing. If you're interested in having a quick tea leaf reading, Nancy, then please let me know in the chat. What we do on Thursday evenings is we go live, obviously, and this is when I offer 3 free 5-minute tea leaf readings. It's a goodwill gesture on my part. And yeah, so please let me know if you're interested in having a quick tea leaf reading. What I was saying was the shortest amount of time that I do offer for private readings for clients is 15 minutes. So like 5 minutes. And thank you. That's awesome. Thank you for being here. And yeah, if you're interested in having a quick tea leaf reading, Nancy, then please just let me know in the chat. But yes, these tea leaf readings, they really are like a taste test of what a tea leaf reading is like. So again, the shortest amount of time that I do offer private readings is 15 minutes. And if you were to have a 5-minute tea leaf reading here, or if you watch any of my previous lives, you'll see why. There's a lot of information typically that is shown in the tea leaves rather. And so it really is like a 5-minute taste test what a tea leaf reading is like. And in case you're wondering what a tea leaf reading is very interesting, actually, in my opinion. Tea leaf reading is, well, it's called by 3 different names: tasseography, tassiology or tassology, and tasseomancy. All refer to the study or the reading of cups, or the divination of cups. Cup reading, essentially. So we use tea. There's different materials that can be used, like Greek or Turkish coffee grinds or grounds. It's virtually the same concept. It's just that we use tea rather than coffee. But a tea leaf reading is a divination tool. So it is a divination tool. A divination tool is exactly that. It's just that. It's a divine tool. It's a way to ask for and receive divine guidance, and there's many different kinds, like tarot cards and angel cards and pendulums and the like. But tea leaf reading is very unique. And oh, hang on 1 second. I'm short-sighted, Nancy, so please bear with me as I'm trying to read your messages here. You're new to this channel. Aw, thank you so much. You actually anticipated me a little bit there. I have been giving shout outs and thank yous and welcomes to my new subscribers the past few lives that we've been doing because, and I'll just jump into that topic right now, because there have been a lot of new subscribers I've been finding. I've been posting more shorts recently in the past couple weeks or so. And I found that we have been gaining some new friends, some new subscribers. So thank you so much for subscribing and thank you so much for being here. We're almost at the 500 mark. I think as of like a few minutes ago, right before I went live, I think we were at 490. I'm just gonna bring my laptop over here so I can actually see a bit better. 1 second. I think we're still at 492, aren't we? Let me here, duplicate. I'm just over here in YouTube Studio here in the background. I think we're still at 42, right? So I have been noticing that we have been receiving some new subscribers. So yeah, we're still at 492. That's amazing. Thank you so much. We're so close to getting to 500, Nancy. We're so close. So thank you so much for being here. Once we reach 500, I've said before, like we'll do something. We'll have a special kind of we'll have a party or something. We'll find a way to celebrate here online. We'll do a special live or something. But thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate that. Jack, hello. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for popping in and saying hi. That's awesome. Yeah. So I have been noticing, yes, we have been receiving some new subscribers. It means the world to me. So thank you so, so much. Like all of the views, the likes, the comments, the subscribes, it all sounds very small, I know, but they all really help the algorithm and they really help the channel to grow. And that's why a lot of YouTubers do ask for it. Please and thank you, like for that, because it really just helps get our channel out there a little bit more. So thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. Yeah, so if you like to have a reading, please let me know in the chat, Nancy or Jack. Please let me know if you'd like to have a quick reading here. This is what we do on Thursday evenings. We go live twice a week, like I said, Mondays and Thursdays, and both times are at 8 p.m. Eastern, obviously. So if you're interested, please let me know. I'm not pushing, but I'm here, so this is what we're doing. If not, I'll just talk away for another few more minutes and go from there. But yeah, that's what tea leaf reading is. Tea leaf reading involves looking at images which are formed by tea leaves in a cup. They all mean different things. They can be literal, symbolic, and or both, the images. And we go from there. So everyone reads completely differently. The way that I myself read, this is just how I do it. Everyone reads differently is I read chronologically. So the rim is the present situation. The sides are on the way, and the base is more of the distant future. So now on the way and later. So for example, on Monday nights, Monday evenings, when we go live, and that's a weekly tea leaf reading to look at the week ahead. So in that case, the rim is like the Monday that we're reading that current time, and around middle of the cup approximately is around Wednesday, and then the base is the weekend and heading into the following week. So, but otherwise, timing is variable. That's an entire conversation. But tea leaf reading really is interesting. I love doing it. I've been doing it now for almost 14 years. 14 years this beginning of July. It's hard to believe it's been that long, but that's what we do. So I always like to give my quick disclaimer as well. So all the readings that I do offer are for entertainment purposes only. So please take what you will, leave what you don't. I have a big long disclaimer in the description box below. So under the title of this live, if there's a little description, if you click more, it opens up to the entire, I believe at that when you click more, it does open up the entire description box. And so all of my links, all of the information there, or there's a lot of information in that description box that I entered there. And the disclaimer is in there as well. So there we are. And if you're ever interested in having a private reading, if you want to support this channel, thank you. I do offer private readings. I also have a Ko-fi account, so please don't ever feel the need. But if you're interested to buy me a coffee or buy our dog a biscuit, baby Bree, our chocolate lab, you're most welcome to do that too. Thank you so much. It all really helps to contribute to the running costs of this channel. So thank you so much. So this is what we're going to do. We'll hang on here for another few more minutes. I know it's a quieter night. I know that Bridgerton just released today. I've been watching Bridgerton too. And here in Canada, this is the May 24th weekend from what I gather. It is actually. So I know that I'm sure viewers are going to be down a little bit tonight, but that's okay. We'll hang out here for another few more minutes. And if we don't have anyone interested in having a quick tea leaf reading in the next, let's wait until about 8:25. I mean, if no one hops on and then I say the next 10 minutes or so and would like to have a quick tea leaf reading, then we can just call this a night and come back here again on Monday. Let's do that then. But Nancy, thank you so much for joining the channel. I really do appreciate it. Jack, I'd be interested in tea leaf reading. Oh, wonderful. Okay, Jack, cool. Let me just get the tea leaf, boiled. That was wrong. Water boiled. So what you're hearing off camera here, I have my kettle over here in the background. So I'm going to be boiling that water right now. What I also do now is putting my email address into the chat right now. So there you can hear Bree in the background. Bree is our chocolate lab. She's just turned 3 years old. So if you ever hear her walking around, that's Bree. So I've just put my email address now into the chat. So Jack, what I do for viewer readings is, if you are in, I offer to take pictures of your reading. So if you like me to send you some pictures of your tea leaf reading, I take about 3 of them if you want me to, obviously. Please send me a quick email. That's my email address there. Please obviously remove the spaces that I put in there. But it's sarah@sarah-adamson.com. Send me an email if you want me to, and if you want me to send you pictures, and I will reply to you ASAP with pictures. I typically take around 3 of them, and that way you have them for your reference. It's just something nice that I like to do, just so that you can see what your tea leaves look like, because as far as I'm concerned, it's your reading, so I like just to do that just for transparency and just for your own reference. Just writing down your name here on my little piece of paper so I know which cup belongs to who. So I don't need to know what your question is or what area of life you like to know about. I prefer not to know. I like to be as objective as possible, and that just again helps me to stay as objective as possible. The less I know, the better. Okay, so I have everything here. Okay. You just usually got this kind of stuff. You just usually got this kind of stuff. Yeah, okay. All right, that's fine. So what we do here, Jack, is these are lives, obviously, and what I typically do is I post the replay the day after. So just so that you know that as well. So I will be posting this live likely tomorrow, at the very latest tomorrow night, but likely during the day tomorrow. So the replay will be up. But it's up to you if you want me to send you pictures or not. My email address is there. And like I said, all of my links are in the description box below, especially if you scroll down and click my link tree, everything is there. So if you do change your mind and you would like me to send you pictures of your tea leaf reading at some point in time within the next, well, by tonight, please let me know and I can send them over to you. If not, no worries. I just like to offer that to clients like here on the lives as well, just as a point of reference, just so that you can see what they look like. That's all. All right. So I don't know if you've ever had a TV reading before, but I hope that you enjoy your reading. All the information always comes from, I affectionately like to say, the boss, the divine source, call it whatever name or names you wish to use. All comes from, okay, yeah, all comes from the top. All comes from the boss. And I just do my best to relay the information that I receive. Yeah, it's always fun. It's always interesting to see what comes through in the leaves. I'm always interested. Please feel free to say or not say or share or not share any validations or confirmation or whatever the case may be in the chat. Again, I just don't want to know what your question is or what you're thinking of, and that just keeps me as clear and as objective as possible. Wow, I'm falling over my words tonight. Didn't really realize I'm so tired. Pardon me. I'm going to get your tea leaves ready right now. So I've already have I'm using a blend of loose leaf tea. So I've put that into the cup. My camera is quite tilted, so I'm just saying that right now. My phone's quite tilted, but I'm holding this straight, I promise you. And I'm just checking the consistency of your tea leaves. Swirl them around a few times. Now I'm going to push the tea leaves back down into the base. You may hear, oops, sorry. You may hear some background noise here as I do that. So I'm always curious though, Jack, have you ever had a tea leaf reading before? Or any kind of cup reading before? I do find that tea leaf reading really isn't a very well-known divination tool. Like, it is alive and well. It's just not that popular. Like, I find that generally speaking, not too many people know about it. If anything, people are more aware of like Turkish or Greek. It's more Turkish, really. Turkish coffee cup readings. Oh, awesome. Well, I hope that you enjoy your first ever tea leaf reading. Just getting your cup ready right now. So I have the loose leaf tea in here. I'm just straining out any excess liquid. Straining out the liquid tea. This just takes a few moments. And I don't know if you saw my little preamble, Jack, but just as a reminder, all the readings I do offer are for entertainment purposes only. So again, please take what you will, leave what you don't. Bigger, bunch longer disclaimer in the description box below. And again, how I read is chronological. I use I very loosely because it all comes from source. But I read chronologically, so this involves looking at events or situations which are likely to occur. That's how I describe tea leaf reading. Just checking the consistency here. It's a big long phrase that I sort of came up with and developed over the course of several years. I'm like, how do I best describe tea leaf reading? So the way that I describe it, and 10 different people can tell you 10 different ways of how they would read cups or read tea. The way that I myself describe it is, it describes the qualities and or characteristics of events and or situations which are likely to occur. Big long phrase. So I have your cup ready right now. So again, this is quite tilted, I know, but the camera's quite tilted, but I assure you I'm holding it straight. 1, 2, 3, flip it over. Just going to turn the cup approximately 3 or 4 times clockwise, always clockwise. Energetically, that reinforces. Well, Jack, I hope that you enjoy your tea leaf reading. It's always fun to read for someone who's never had a reading before, or a tea leaf reading before. Yeah, it's always very interesting. You never know what's going to come through. You never know what images will be shown. Everyone reads differently, and everyone has different images and associated meanings, and vice versa. But so it's very unique to, I find it's a very unique divination tool. It's very unique to whomever is doing the reading, especially, I find, because everyone has different images and associated meanings. So you never really know what images are going to appear anyway, and it's different for the most part, I would say, depending on who is reading the tea leaves. It's very, very interesting. Okay, there we are. Oops. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just allowing any excess liquid to strain out of the cup. That's all. That prevents any pooling in the base, which would change or even slightly the images in the base, which is fine. I just like to prevent that from happening whenever possible. There we are. Okay, ready? Okay, so we'll aim for this to be about 5 minutes in length. Making sure everything is working okay here in the background, which it is. Perfect. Okay, Jack, here we go. And again, I read chronologically, so I'm using a different cup here just so that, anyways. Now, on the way, and later, in terms of chronology, Rim is the present situation, slides are on the way, base is more of the distant future. That's how I've always read it. That's how I do it. Okay, here we go. So I would say right now, and again, entertainment purposes only, please take what you will and leave what you don't. I would say right now there's one main event or situation taking place where things are calm and clear and quiet and you're happy with that, and or you want things to get moving a little bit more, and this is generally speaking across the board right now. I would say, and this is a layout that I do often see, where if things are fairly quiet on the rim, it's not uncommon to see a lot of tea leaves appear in the cup, because it's like, okay, after quiet time comes a lot of busy time, typically. So it looks like, from what I'm seeing in here, the layout that you have is approximately 1/2 of your cup. So it is quite significant. The main event or situation that you have in here, that's the main core, the main hub, the main focus of your reading. Essentially, it is... Essentially, you have 3 different parts to it. Actually, I'm going to say 4 parts to it. Hi, Anne. Yes, of course. I'm just reading. That's my dog, Bree. And she won't go outside. In the background. Sorry for the distraction here. That's Bree. She's our chocolate lab. She's 3 years old, and she's talking right now. And she doesn't want to go. Real life. Don't you want to go outside? She's talking right now. Sorry for the interruption, Jack. I'm going to get right back to your reading. 1 second. Sorry for this. You two okay? I'm not sure. Not too sure. Okay. She's just talking. Okay. Apparently she doesn't want to go outside. Okay. So apparently our little lab does not want to go outside. Okay. Sorry about that interruption. I won't edit this video. I'll just leave it as it is. It's real life. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, Jack. Okay. All right. Bree's fine. Sorry about that. She decided she didn't want to go outside. Okay. But yeah, yes. And absolutely, I will totally do a tea leaf reading for you. I'm just going to finish Jack's reading and then we'll get on to your reading too. Okay. Thank you so much. And I did put my email address in the chat. So if you want me to send you pictures of your tea leaf reading, then please send me a quick email and I will send them over to you. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Sorry for that interruption. Okay, Jack, back to your reading. So you do essentially have 4 different parts to your main event or situation taking place right now. So it's like one main event, but there are 4 different parts to it. For 4 different areas, depending what word or words you want to use. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. But having said that, however, you do have 2 which are more important or more significant than the other 2, as well as 2 of them are not. So of the 4, you have 2 that are related directly and are more important than the other 2. The other 2 are, I would say, are indirectly related, are not actually related to each other at all directly, except for the fact that they are part of this overall main event or situation. The 2 main parts, there's a lot of different things taking place right here. And overall, I would say that this is all signifying some kind of change, transformation, new beginnings of some kind. It all has to do with both of them do or are creating a new opportunity, a new idea of some kind. And it looks to be fairly significant. So a lot of thoughts, words, ideas, conversations, ideas, and this all has to do with a new idea or a new opportunity, a new concept. It just hasn't happened as of now, as of later, as of yet, but it is being presented in here. And even with, if this is, I mean, tea leaf reading is so unique. I never see the same cup twice. So like, so Jack, in here with the 2 parts to this main event or situation, they are related directly. It's just that they don't appear to be related. So it's almost like in the very, very short time, like in the very short future, it's like 2 different things are happening and it's like, oh, okay. I don't even see how these 2 situations are related. But then as time, within a short amount of time, as time, passes, as time progresses, it's like, oh, now I realize how they are related and they're helping to create this significant change and this important change. And it's all it has to do with this new opportunity that's being, it's that kind of scenario. In the short term, I would say this is all preceded by someone who is Taurus and or Aries and or the qualities and or characteristics of someone who is Taurus and or Aries. I would say likely there is someone who is one of those signs involved. This could be you yourself and or helpful individual in some way, shape, or form. There's I would say that there's approximately 4 different, again, the number 4 parts to it or areas somehow that are related to this person. Somehow that this is all related with this individual, and like there's 4 parts to them, or they have 4 different scenarios that are involved with them. There's some connection with that, and that helps to that precedes these 2 events. That helps to precede the 2 parts of this main event or situation. It does create happiness, though, in the very much in the short term. You do have abundance and prosperity, yes, as well as a couple, let me see, 1, 2, at least 2, if not 3 documents and or paperwork in the short term, and that also helps to create stability. The other part of this main event or situation, again, you have this Taurus and or Aries connection twice. So I'm no astrologer, but someone who is either one of those signs and or the qualities and or characteristics of those signs. Again, I'm no astrologer, I'm no numerologist, but that's what I'm seeing in here. Okay. Definitely surprises. You have a grouping in here where there are many different things taking place. You specifically have, hey Deborah, how you doing? Thanks so much, Deborah. Thanks so much for being here. So Jack, you have this one main grouping in here, and this is related to everything that he literally was just talking about with the 2 different Taurus and or Aries connections. And You have a main document, a main paperwork of some kind in some way, shape, or form. This all has to do with changes, transformation, new beginnings, new opportunities, things along those lines, or even maybe someone who is a Scorpio involved, potentially as well, like possibly a Scorpio as well, and or the qualities and or characteristics of Scorpio. Abundance and prosperity, getting things organized specifically in regards to this document or paperwork. And this is likely has a bearing or connection with education in some way, shape, or form. There are many different things taking place with that scenario specifically, and we're just not supposed to know all of the details. And another way to say there's definitely some surprises that are connected with this individual scenario. There's a lot of things taking place behind the scenes. Okay. Definitely helpful people. What yeah, helpful people, as well as some conversations, discussions, things up in the air, being decided upon, things along those lines, thoughts, ideas, words, conversations. This all leads again to a new opportunity that's being presented, a new positive change. It's quite significant. And in regards to this surprise that I was just mentioning, specifically related to that is where after like a very short period of time and short follow after that, there's like material wealth, material gain, physical abundance and prosperity. Well, I won't use the word gain up, but I will use the word material abundance and prosperity, things along those lines. Then we're heading into the base, which is the more distant future. So as I would say to some other clients, as I would say, have said to other clients, similar layouts, to use the quiet time that you have coming up in the short term, because the rest of your cup is pretty quiet on the side. So use the time that you have coming up, which is fairly quiet, so that you can prepare for later. So get anything that you need to get done now, so you don't have to do it later, because it appears as though to me that once you get into base, there are many different things taking place. It's quite busy actually. So again, more thoughts, words, ideas, conversations. Happiness, though, specifically regards to one individual. This is a helpful individual. This could be you yourself, and or someone else. Again, we have that Scorpio connection as well. We also have some reassurance is also being indicated, specifically in regards to one document, as well as creativity. Letter Y, person, place, or thing. Reassurance is also being indicated, as well as several documents and things coming along very nicely, specifically in regards to one document. So I hope that you enjoyed that tea leaf reading, Jack. Sorry for the interruption there with Bree, but she was wanting to talk and say hello. So again, thank you so much. And if you do change your mind in the next few hours, please let me know. Jack and I will send you pictures of your tea leaf reading. If not, no worries. But I don't keep the leaves for more than a few hours after the reading, just in case someone does want to have a tea leaf reading pictures. I wait a little while, and then if I don't hear anything, then I just rinse out the cup, wash it out. So please let me know if you do change your mind, and thank you so much again for letting me read for you. Thank you. Perfect. Thank you so much, Jack. Hope that you enjoyed your reading. Okay, so next up we have Anne. Anne, hi. Thanks so much for being here. Just checking up in the chat here. So we are reading for you next, Anne. And Deborah, you are here as well. So we have one spot left after Anne. So if anyone is watching, and would like to have a quick tea leaf reading, please let me know in the chat. Oh, Deborah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I was like, what should I wear tonight? Blue. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much, Deborah, for sharing. Okay, so next up we have Anne, and then Deborah. Perfect. Thank you so much, Deborah. Well, right now it's Anne, and looks like it's you. Thank you so much. I am moderating the chat tonight. So usually we have beautiful moderators here in the chat, making sure everything is running tickety-boo. Tonight's a little bit of a different schedule here. So I am also keeping the chat open so that I'm really being able to moderate it. So just please bear with me. So I'm sort of making the tea, brewing tea, speaking with you, making sure that I am catching up with the chat and doing everything here on my end. So please bear with me as I'm sort of, doing everything here tonight. Thank you so much. Okay, perfect. Well, Anne, you are up next. So let's get your leaves ready right now. Perfect. So, Anne, I'm just going to be writing your name down here on my little piece of paper, so I know which cup belongs to whom. And again, and if you would like me to send you pictures of your tea leaf reading, please let me know. Typically, I take around 3 pictures. And I put my email address into the chat, but I'll put it back in again. Now, please obviously remove the spaces. I can type. I'm just very short-sighted. Okay. So that's my email address there, Anne. So please feel free to send me a quick email if you want me to send you pictures of your tea leaf reading, and I will send them over to you tonight. I always like to try and send it the same night of the live. Do my best. Deborah, thank you so much for that. I so appreciate that very kind message there. Yes, I so appreciate all of the likes, the comments, the views, the subscribes. I was mentioning that before at the beginning of this live. We are so close, so incredibly close to reaching the 500 mark of subscribers. So as of the beginning of this live, we were still at 492. So we are only, can you believe, 8 away? Yay! We're only 8 subscribers away from reaching 500. So if you're watching and you're new here, welcome. And if you like this content, please do consider giving this channel a subscribe. Once we reach 500, like that's a milestone in my mind. I'm like, okay, once we reach 500, we're halfway to 1,000. Like we're so close. So we'll also figure out a way to celebrate. We'll do some kind of live or special live or something, a special kind of live stream. So if you do like this content, please do consider giving this channel a subscribe. We're so close. They could not do this without each and every single one of you. So thank you so much. Thank you. We're so close. We're so close. And again, thank you, Deborah, for that vote of confidence. I really appreciate that, for the very kind comment. I really appreciate it. And it all helps with the algorithm. It really, really does. I've been posting more shorts recently, so I have found that's making a big difference too. Doing my best here to keep up with that. Okay. So, Anne, let's get your tea leaves ready right now. So I do have your tea in there, and I have the water in here. Just boil that. Give that a quick swirl. I'm now going to strain any excess liquid from your cup. Tea leaf reading really is a bit of a complicated divination tool. It really is. There is a lot involved. It's as you can see clearly, there's a lot involved. It really is different for every single individual who does read tea leaves. All the readings are different for everyone. What I mean by that is everyone reads differently. Everyone has different images and associated meanings that they associate those images and meanings with and or to. So it really depends on the individual reading the tea leaves or the cup. There's a lot involved. Just even the setup just takes time. It really forces you, I find, to just be patient. Be patient, be calm. Really, it's actually quite meditative. Just checking the consistency of your leaves. I'm always curious, and please forgive my ignorance here, but have you ever had a tea leaf reading? I want to say, I'm always curious. Just checking the consistency. Ooh, that's actually pretty good. Perfect. I'm just going to push your leaves back down. Whoa, that was loud. Back down into the base. So please pardon any background noise here. And as always, and I'm going to put out that disclaimer that all the readings that I do offer are for entertainment purposes only. So please take what you will, leave what you don't. There's a big long disclaimer in the description box below. I always include that there, but since these videos are live, I always like to mention that before I begin reading, and before each and every reading, I just like to say that as a quick reminder. So again, please take what you will, leave what you don't. Before I started to go live, I always was doing like pre-recorded readings. So I would always have that on the beginning of every video, like a disclaimer, but always like to say that live. And please just feel free to put anything that you want in the chat. Please don't feel like you're obligated either. So if you feel like you want to put a validation in there, lovely. And if not, that's completely fine. Totally your call. Whatever you like to do, whatever you feel comfortable with doing. Okay, so I have now upturned your cup. I know you can't see it very well, but I'm going to turn it around 3 or 4 times, always clockwise, which energetically reinforces. We'll aim for around 5 minutes. These readings really are like a taste test. Usually the shortest amount of time, like I mentioned before, that I offer private readings for is 15 minutes, like 5 minutes. Any shorter than that is quite quick, as you're going to very soon see. I'm sure you saw that already with Jack's reading. The level of detail that tea leaf reading offers is actually can actually be very, very extreme. You can get a lot of detailed information. It can be very, very detailed. So these readings really are like a taste test of what a tea leaf reading is like. And it's a goodwill gesture on my part. I enjoy reading tea leaves. I enjoy helping people. And this is one way that I can offer my help to anyone who is interested in receiving it. Just straining out liquid out of the cup. This prevents pooling in the base, which would change the images in the base. I try and prevent that from happening whenever I can. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. So again, Anne, I do have my email address in there. So if you would like me to send you pictures of your tea leaf reading, please let me know. Send me a quick email. But please remove the spaces, obviously. Okay, here we go. Ready? Okay, here we go. Ready, Anne? Okay. All right. So again, as a quick reminder, I do read chronologically, so it's, I know my phone's quite tilted. Now, on the way, and later. The rim is a present situation, the sides are on the way, and the base is more of the distant future. Here we go. Oftentimes, whenever there's more than one individual having a reading at around the same time, there's a theme. So we'll see what the theme is. The commonality is. It appears as though to me, though, right to begin with, and that your main event, that right now, happening right now, currently, there's one main event or situation taking place right now, and generally speaking, like across the board, and where things are calm and clear and quiet, and you're happy with that, and or you want things to get moving a little bit more. You do have a layout that I do often see where we have this one where we do have a main event or situation. This one is approximately 1/4 of your cup, so it is quite significant. It's fairly significant. In addition to that, you do have one short-term event that I would say is indirectly related to the main event or situation. It's very short-term in and of itself. You have a short amount of time between the main event or between like right now and the main event or situation taking place, but I wouldn't say it's too long. And aside from this main event or situation, you do have from what I'm seeing in here, generally speaking, it's a quick overview. You do have one main area where things will be calm and clear and quiet for a little while. Actually, you have 2 areas, one main one and one small one, 2 areas where, again, things are calm and clear and quiet. So I would say to use the quiet time that you have that is approaching, Not telling you what to do, but I'm just saying. To get anything that you need to get done so that you are prepared later on, so that you're not having so that there are no distractions for you. In the short term, there, aside from the main eventer situation, there may be some conversations, thoughts, and words, and the like taking place in one main eventer scenario specifically. But it is stability. There is unconventional stability. So when I say unconventional stability, by that I mean things are stable but unique, different but stable. For example, you paint boxes, sell them online, and make money. So it's stable but unique. In terms of the main eventer situation that I'm seeing in here, and overall, I would say it's a very harmonious situation from what I'm seeing. It also does begin with a new idea, a new concept. Sorry, I'm looking over. I'm like I keep looking over to my teapot, my kettle. I don't know why. Sorry, but just like wondering what I'm randomly doing over here. Bree, no. Sorry, Bree's our dog. No, it's okay, sweetheart. No, it's okay. Sorry, Ann. 1 second. It's just, sorry about that. 1 second. She's talking. Sorry about this. Sorry about that, Anne. Okay. Sorry about that. Bree's saying hi. Sorry, she hears something outside. Sorry about that. Okay. So this main eventer situation that you have here does begin like with Jack's, where you have this main event. Yes, it's this main eventer situation, but it does begin with a new idea, a new concept, a new idea that's being contemplated. Hasn't as of now, as of later, is not like actually happening, but it is being contemplated. There are essentially two parts. There are three parts to this main eventer situation. I don't know if you're thinking of moving or if you have thought of it. However, I would say that property actually may very well be involved in what is coming up in your main eventer situation. Certainly one part of it. And I would say that it would, if so, most likely involves a property that is tall. Whether that's a house that has at least 2 stories to it, a condo, an apartment, a building of some kind. Oh, Anne, I am so sorry. I apologize. It's okay. Mom's here in the background. She says sorry. It's okay. She just hears noises. It's okay, Bree. It's okay. It's okay. You just hear noises. It's okay. Let's leave her. Leave her. It's all right. It's okay. It's okay. She's a chocolate lab. She just turned 3, and she just hears noises outside. Just some giblets. Okay. Go see Mom. I'm so sorry. Digressing. Getting back here. Okay. So yes, so we do have this property connection, and again, I would say most likely it is a taller building. It looks like a very good scenario though. There's a happy face here, like a smirky, winky, cheeky, happy face. And I would say that this does involve you receiving very good things. Like you are receiving there's 2 different parts to this, and you are receiving very good things with this. And there are some conversations regarding that, which makes sense if it is regarding property anyway, logically speaking. So in regards to the main part of this main event and/or situation, there are 2 parts to it. If this is a partnership, I would say it's a very unique one, but I'm going to say that likely there's a house, a property connection in some way, shape, or form. Whether you're thinking of moving, property connection in some way, shape, or form. Seeing that in here twice. There's a helpful individual in the short term. They can also be a Leo potentially involved, person, place, or thing, rather likely a person who is a Leo. There may be a letter I that's involved with this individual, letter I, person, place, or thing. But again, there's a cheeky, winky, happy emoji face in here. So it looks to be a very good situation. Looks like things are progressing quite nicely, going ahead quite nicely. Again, yes, we have forward movement regarding all of this. And as we go forward a little bit, there is an education, a knowledge, and an acquiring of knowledge concept or quality that's involved, especially in regards to this other house connection that is regarding the main eventer situation. So I would also say that there's likely reassurance that's involved regarding one document in particular. Going down a little bit further, yeah, and look again. it looks to be a very good scenario. I keep seeing happy faces everywhere. It looks like a very positive scenario. It's almost like you're at one point you're crying happy tears as the situation continues to unfold. I'm just seeing happy faces everywhere. So I would say if you needed a little bit of reassurance, possibly regarding maybe a house scenario, all I can say is I'm seeing a lot of happy faces in here. So it looks to be a very positive situation going forward. We have a letter J, person, place, or thing. Possibly the letter I is also involved. Reassurance again, specifically regarding a positive change, transformation, a new beginning of some kind, and that would be a situation that is markedly a new opportunity, a significant opportunity, a significant change. This also may involve someone with the letter C as well. Person, place, or thing with the letter C. A lot of positivity. Keep seeing it. Open communication as well between two individuals over a little bit of distance, likely a video call or a voice call. That may be a little bit of a situation where there may be a bit of a delay in conversation or something to that effect. But again, it's a glass half full versus glass half empty perspective scenario, silver lining scenario, perspective perception, glass half full scenario. But it's good. You are receiving good things. That specifically does result in abundance and prosperity. There's a loaded situation with a lot of surprises associated with that. Then once you get into the base, very much like Jack's cup, a lot of things taking place everywhere. You have specifically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 actually significant scenarios, and these all involve a lot of positive, yes, positivity, yes, but a lot of surprises, things that we're just not supposed to know about right now. But there is also likely a Scorpio connection in some way, shape, or form, like most likely related to a person, as well as action, momentum, things taking place rather quickly. And then this could also possibly be involving foreign or international travel or long distance travel. At any rate, lots of documents, person, place, or thing with the letters D and or L. And again, another Scorpio connection. So my apologies for all of that interference with Bree. Just wanted to say hello, but thank you so much for your patience, and I really appreciate it. And I hope that you enjoyed your tea leaf reading, even though Bree wanted to say hi. And again, please feel free to send me a quick email, and I will send you pictures of your tea leaf reading. So thank you so much, and I hope that you enjoyed your tea leaf reading. Just getting caught up here on the chat. Deborah, would you like to have a reading still? It's up to you. Checking caught up here in the chat. Deborah, perfect. Thank you so much, Deborah. Okay, I'm just boiling the water again for you right now. Hope I'm saying your name correctly here. Ligor. Hope I'm saying your name correctly. Apologies if I'm not. Hi and welcome. Thanks so much for being here. Aw, thank you, Deborah. Thank you so much. Okay, well, let's see what's in your leaves, Deborah. And as you know, send me an email if you're interested in me sending you pictures of your tea leaf reading, and I'll send them over to you. Thank you so much, Deborah. Well, everyone, I hope that everyone's day has been going really well. Hope everyone's week has been going well. Can you believe it's already Thursday? I kept, like all day today, I kept thinking that today is Friday. I don't know why. Maybe because Bridgerton is on. I know. I mentioned that twice already. Is it clear that I love that show? I'm so excited. I've been watching it. Gotten through almost the second episode so far. So love that show. But yeah, I keep thinking today's Friday for some reason. But all right, Deborah, let's get on with your tea leaf reading. So I have the leaves in here. I have the hot water in here. I'm just adding the hot water into your cup right now. Just going to swirl your leaves around right now. And as you know, Deborah, of course, all the readings I offer are for entertainment purposes only. Please take what you will, leave what you don't. I'm going to check the consistency of your leaves. Yep, perfect. Apologies for any background noise here. I'm just pushing the leaves back down into the base. And my thanks to everyone who's joining me here live, whether you're watching and not commenting, or whether you're commenting and not, whatever the case is. Thank you so much again for being here, whether you're participating in the chat or not. I really appreciate your time, as well as your interest, all of your likes, all of your subscribers, all your views. Thank you so much. Deborah, what tea do you use for the tea leaf reading? That's an excellent question, and that is a loaded answer. To answer your question, quite simply for tonight, I'm using a blend of rooibos tea. It's a blend of rooibos tea. It's not just simply like rooibos. It's a combination of a few other different kinds of teas in there. But typically, I am very much of the opinion of use the materials that you have available when it comes to tea leaf reading. There's a lot of information involved in tea leaf reading. There's a lot involved in the setup. Clearly, for anyone watching this, you can see that from the amount of time that it takes simply to prepare a cup. So the short version is that I use different kinds of tea. I think many different kinds of tea provide different kinds of tea offer different consistencies. Different consistencies. So I typically use, well, sometimes I actually do use bagged tea. Often I actually do use bagged tea. Other tea leaf readers may not agree with that, but that's what I use, and I really like using it because I find that it does give very detailed images. Very much like rooibos, I find that rooibos is very similar consistency in that it gives extreme, like it can give a lot of details. Very, very detailed. Different blends of black tea are great. Really, the only tea that I really avoid is a fruit-based tea, which really isn't tea at all. It's fruit chunks, so you can still receive information, like you can still see images from that. It's just very, like, it's extremely limited. It's a loaded question. It's a loaded answer, but I do use different kinds of tea, and right now I'm using rooibos, and I do like using loose leaf tea. The loose leaf tea that I do like, again, usually a form of black tea, I find is really good. It's really good. So hopefully, does that answer your question, Deborah? There's a lot to say. There's a lot to say. Whenever it comes to tea leaf reading, I find that there's really no quick answer. There's really not much of a short version of an answer. And the answers seem to be quite long. But hopefully that answers your question, at least to some level. Yeah, rooibos is really good too. Yeah, it really is. It's like my favorite. I would say it's my favorite kind of actual tea. Yeah, one of my very, very favorites. Yerba mate. I like yerba mate as well. Okay, good. Thank you. Yeah, I do like using bagged tea. I know, again, that may sound a bit controversial to some other tea leaf readers. I like it because, again, the consistency is very fine and very detailed, and that's why I like it. But that's me. Everyone's different. All right. Before I continue with your reading, before I continue rather with your reading, Deb, I'm just going to answer A here in the chat because I'm sort of doing double duty here. I'm just moderating as well as doing the readings here and doing this live. So A, hope I'm saying your name correctly there. Just so that you are aware, we do offer on Thursday evenings, we do go live, obviously, and I offer viewer readings, but we cap it off at 3. So Deborah is our third viewer having a reading tonight. So I'm just getting her these here right now. So if you are interested in having a quick 5-minute tea leaf reading, I suggest that you come back again here, please and thank you. Next Thursday, I'm going to be loading or scheduling rather those lives for next week shortly. So I'm going to be scheduling a next Monday's live for May 20th, as well as next Thursday's live for May 23rd. Both will be at 8 p.m. Eastern. And you can come back again here on Thursday on May 23rd at 8 p.m. And if you're interested in having a quick 5-minute tea leaf reading here live, and I'm happy to read for you then. But it is first come, first serve, so make sure you're here really, really early in the chat. Cap it off at 3 for obvious reasons. Like, it's already 9 o'clock and we're just doing 3 viewer readings. So it's, that's my answer to your question. But thank you for the subscribe. I do appreciate that. It's very, very kind of you. Thank you. Deborah, I'm having milk thistle tea right now. Oh, milk thistle. Yes, that's very good too, isn't it? It's really good. Yeah, it's really good too. Okay. my phone is quite tilted, but I assure you holding this cup straight. 1, 2, 3. Didn't spill. Yes. Going to now turn the cup 3 or 4 times. Yeah, usually 3 times, sometimes 4 times clockwise. So again, thank you very much for your interest. Thank you for the subscribe. Thank you for being here. Just reading for Deborah now. So if you want to have a viewer reading coming back again here next Thursday, I'll be scheduling that live, likely tomorrow. Okay. Go, put that over there. Just allowing your cup to strain any excess liquid out right now, Deborah. Just 1 second here. I'll get your cup ready. Thanks again to everyone who is here. Thanks again for everyone watching and joining the chat. Again, if you're ever interested in learning more about the services I offer, more about me, all of my information is in the description box below. Click on over to my link tree, and you can check out my website there if you're interested in learning a little bit more about me. Margaret, hi Margaret, thanks so much for being here. Good to see you. No, you're not late. You're on time. It's always in divine timing. Just so nice that you're here. Thank you so much. I always have the best people here. Seriously. I really do. I so appreciate it. Thank you so much. I always have the best people here. Best people in the chat. Everyone here is always so kind. Oh. And then you speak amongst each other, and it just warms my heart. So please feel free to chat back and forth amongst yourselves. It just makes me so happy whenever I see that. So thank you so much. Okay, we are okay. So Margaret, just in case you're wondering, we are reading for Deborah right now. Deborah gets a reading. Okay, so let's see. So, busy cup. Busy cup. Okay, Deborah. So you have the main here. A layout that we. Oh, hang on 1 second. Margaret. Oh, this is Deborah's reading, Margaret. Oh, Margaret, this is our 3rd reading for the night. Oh, I'm so sorry. Message me, Margaret, though. Send me an email if you want me to. So sorry. We're capping it off at 3 tonight. I'm so sorry, Margaret. Just straining out any little bit of excess liquid in the base. I just saw it now. Just want to prevent that from disturbing any of the other images. Oh, thank you so much, Margaret. Okay. All right, Deborah. So here we go. So Deborah, for I just jumped right in because I got so excited. But for right now, like looking at your cup, and again, entertainment purposes only. On the rim, which is the current situation, you have 1, 2. Okay, you're busy. Linda! Hey, thanks for being here, Linda. You made it. Yeah. Okay, Deborah, you're just busy right now. That's the short version. That's the short version answer. I can very easily say, okay, so I'll just say it this way. You are extremely busy right now from what I'm seeing. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm screwing this one back there. I'm seeing 4 main events or situations taking place right now, one of which is the most significant of the 3. 2 of which are related directly to your main event or situation. Actually, 3 of which are related directly to your main event or situation, which is coming up in the cup. And this main event or situation is about 1/4 of your cup, so it is quite significant. Aside from this main event or situation, you do have 2 areas where, again, going forward, things are calm and clear and quiet, and you're happy with that, and do you want things to get moving? But I would say, generally speaking, to use the quiet time that you do have coming up, out, like, in addition to, like, aside from your main event or situation, you do have these 2 other areas where things are kind of relatively quiet, peaceful, quiet anyway. I would say use those quiet times to your best advantage and get anything that you need to get done so that you're prepared for later, so you don't have any other distractions right now. Another way to say that too is that you won't have you won't have too many distractions from what I'm seeing in here, aside from, like, your main event or situation. So you will be able to focus on everything that you need to focus on, and again, not be distracted. Let's see, what else do you have here? Aside from this main event or situation, you do have a smaller event, which is related to the main event. It's just that it does not appear to be for a little while, for a short time. It is comprised mainly of lots of conversations, things up in the air, things along those lines. Now, that seems to be the case for quite a while. It actually seems to me to be forming ultimately a positive change, and then after that change is apparent or becomes clear or is presented, call it what you will. After that, it forms a scenario of unconventional stability, yes, but also a new idea that is being presented. Like the letter L is involved, as well as some kind of sacredness, a sacredness, a spirituality component involved with this as well as conventional stability, more of a unconventional. We'll say unconventional stability. Letter W is also involved with that as well, and receiving good things. Now, the main event or situation, my goodness. There's something taking place right now that involves writing in some way, shape, or form. But this writing also involves, I want to say that there's 2 parts to it. And if it is not writing, that it involves getting things organized in some way, shape, or form. Right now, there's also 2 documents which are taking place. 2 documents, paperwork in some way, shape, or form. It's a new idea, new concept, one of which is actually, it's a new idea, but it's also like a conclusion as well that's also being contemplated. But it's good. It's related to the 2 documents. And that leads to a new idea as well. A lot of new ideas, new opportunities. Okay. The main event has 2 parts to it. Well, actually, it's all one, but it starts off with one scenario that appears to be in and of itself, but it expands, becomes more important or more significant as time passes, certainly very much in the short term. There's likely a Scorpio connection in some way, shape, or form, someone who is that sign and/or the qualities and/or characteristics of that sign. I would actually kind of wonder if it is actually a person, someone who is that sign. Action, momentum, things taking place rather quickly. Glass half full versus glass half empty, that kind of scenario being shown in here a little bit. Some conversations, yes, but it's also, you actually have quite a bit of clarity that's also being shown in here. It's like you know where you stand, you basically know what's going on, you see what's taking place in front of you. So again, you do have this scenario of clarity, as well as conversations and thoughts and words also interspersed amongst that that clarity that you do have. And just busy. Yeah. Lots of happy faces in here. Looks to be a good scenario. Writing in some way, shape, or form is also being indicated, and this is likely to do with either education or paperwork of some kind. Yeah, and again, as this scenario unfolds, it results in a positive change, a significant change, and you do have 2 main parts to this whole scenario. As time unfolds, it actually appears to be 2 different scenarios, but it actually is the one main overall scenario. And then as we go into the base, now I don't know if you've planned a trip or you're thinking of planning a trip, that is also being shown in here. And it looks like there is a positive partnership that is also being presented. There's a conclusion with that, but it's also a new opportunity of some kind, even though it is a conclusion, but that results in some kind of stability as well, unconventional stability. And then heading into the base, my goodness, very similar, where you do have some time to sort of pace yourself, but also a lot of things taking place that are person, place, or thing, as well as reassurance and receiving positive news, maybe some short-term travel and a positive venture. And things taking place like very nicely, beginning to take form, like taking form very, very nicely, coming along very nicely, fruition. And positive news. And the reminder that we all have divine protection, which I firmly believe anyway, but that's also being shown. That's your tea leaf reading. Well, all three of you made me work, but Deborah, that was a lot of work as well. So everyone, thank you so much, Deborah. I hope that you enjoyed your tea leaf reading, and please email me if you want me to send you pictures of your reading. Well, everyone, we did it. We got through it. We did it. So thank you so much to everyone for joining us here tonight. Thank you so much for joining the chat. If you chose to do so, thank you so much. If you watched and didn't join the chat, just thank you so much for being here and for your interest and for watching. Thank you again to all of my new subscribers for all of the likes, all of the views. It really, truly makes a huge, huge difference. So thank you so, so much. We will be back again here next week. I do have to schedule those lives like I mentioned before, but I will be scheduling them likely tomorrow, and that it will be for next week. And that is for, I can move this. I can move the computer up here so I can actually see it better. Okay, so yes, Sarah, you can think. So I'll be scheduling those lives for next week, and that will be for Monday, May the 20th at 8 p.m. Eastern, as well as Thursday, May the 23rd at 8 p.m. Eastern as well. The one on Monday, the 20th, that's also going to be for the general weekly tea leaf reading. And on the Thursday, that's going to be for the live viewer readings. That's for next week. Deborah, thank you, my dear. Do a lot of paperwork to get in order. Thank you for the confirmation, Deborah. Yeah, you did. You definitely made me work there a little bit. So, looks like you're going to be quite busy for, yeah, that makes sense. So thank you for sharing that validation. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Thank you to everyone for joining. Thank you for all of our new subs. Thank you for all of our new friends here. Until such time that we can all hang out together in the same and at the same time in person at the same place. This is the next best thing. So as far as I'm concerned, these lives are also involve us friends. We're just hanging out together, enjoying some tea leaf reading, getting us some insight as to see whatever the boss wants us to know. So thank you so much again. Have an amazing, amazing evening. Thank you so much, ladies. Well, have a great night. And again, I'll put my email address in the chat. Please just remove my any spaces that I'm entering. So if you have had our tea leaf reading tonight, please just send me a quick email. I will send over your pictures to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much again. And I hate ending the lives because I don't want to end the chat because everyone just has a nice time in there. But thank you so much and have a great, great night. And we'll see you again on Monday. And for all of our and my Canadian friends out there, happy May 2/4, happy Victoria Day. And we'll see you again really soon on Monday. Love you. Bye.